Okay, so let us study about your Python comments now. So what do you mean by a comment? As we all know that comment is nothing but it was going to tell us what that particular instructions or the code is going to do or perform, right? So Python comment is an essential tool for the all the programmers, as we all already know that it will help us to know that what exactly this particular code is going to do for them. And then coming back to your comments are generally used to explain the code. We can easily understand the code if it has a proper explanation. So when particular code is provided with the comments, what happens? It's easy for us as well to understand the code, right? When a proper explanation about a particular code is being given, it is very easy to understand as well as to make any sort of modifications if we want. Now, in the programming language, for example, your C++ or any other programming language, C language, usually we use a double slash of a single line comment, right? In order to comment that particular line. And a slash star we use for a multi-line comment, right? But Python provides a single line comment, Python comment, that is, we use a hash for it, okay? So, what is the we use a hash for it. To apply the comment in the code, we use a hash at the beginning of the statements or a code. Now, for example, you can just check out over there. We have this is a print statement. Okay, it is being prefixed with a hash, wherein which tells us that it is a comment line, and it will tell the interpreter that this should not be evaluated. It is just a text which has to be displayed, right? So this is how we write a comment in your Python. Then coming back to your multi-line Python comment, we must use hash at the beginning of every line of the code to apply multi-line Python comment. The same thing on each and every statement, we can write a hash so that it will turn out to be a multi-line comment, I will say. Then coming back to your example. Now just check out there, we have four set of comment lines, that is variables holds a 5 and variable b holds value 10, variable c holds sum of a and b. Now we have also printed up your print the result, right? Now what is the other way in order to write a multi-line comment is we can use a docstring. Okay, so we can use the triple quotes for a multi-line comment. The triple quotes are used for string formatting. So let us see like what is the usage of your docstring. Docstring's Python comment. The docstring comments is mostly used in a module, function, class, or a method. For example, now just check out there. We have a function called def intro, wherein after that we have used a triple quotes, right? Triple quotes have been used. Then I have mentioned certain statements, that is this function prints hello Joseph, right? After that I have again taken up a print function, then I have taken it as hi Joseph, then I am calling up that particular intro function, right? So when I do that, so let us see execution of it. I'll just open up my Jupyter notebook. Just a second. Okay. Just a second. Hold on. Just I'll open up Jupyter notebook. Sample programs. New. Hold on a sec. Okay. I guess your yeah, it has been opened. I'll just share you. Okay. Now, just check out over there. I'll just run up, give it a certain heading. Example programs. I'll just take it up. I'll just take it as a heading. So this is just for illustration of comments, right? So comments execution. Execution. Now, okay. Okay. This is your comments execution. Now I'll just take one more and then I'll just write up a program for it now. I'll just take a program. I'll just take it as your hash. This is just an example for comment, right? I'll take it as plus 10. Okay, now I'll do it as, I'll just calculate print. Okay, print illustration for single line comment. Okay, so illustration for single line comment. So when I run it, you can just check illustration for the single line comment. Okay, single line comment, right? So this particular statement worked as a comment, right? Now if I want to put up my doc strings, I'll just say hello people, hello guys, this is illustration example for multi-line. This is example for your doc strings. Doc strings are nothing but which are used for your multi-line commenting. Okay, so let me consider it as like this, and then what I'll do, I'll just print, just a second, print doc string, okay, doc string example. Run. Yes, this is nothing but your multi-line comment. This is how you take care. Okay, so it starts with the triple quotes and ends with the triple quotes. It will not get evaluated, right? So this is how you carry out your docs. I hope that is clear. Okay, now moving on to your, yeah, this was about your doc strings. Okay. I'll just close up this. Just a second. Okay. Now, just check out with your Python indentation. So, coming back to your Python indentation, white spaces are used as indentations in the Python, and indentation uses at the beginning of the code and ends with a unintended line, I would say. That is nothing but the same line indentation defines the block of code, that is your body of the function or the loop or etc. Generally, 4 white spaces are used as in a mark as an indentation, and the amount of indentation depends on the user. Okay, it depends on the user whether he or she must keep it for 4 spaces or a 6 spaces, it depends on them. But it must be a consistent one. That is the key point which one should take care of. To indicate a block of code, we intended we intended yeah, course by depends on the user, but it must be consistent throughout that particular block. To indicate a block of code, we indented each line of block by the same white spaces. Now just have a look into your example over there. So what is an example? Just take out with the example. Yeah, just go through the example for a minute. Now, in the above example or the code, if and else are two separate blocks, right? If and else are nothing but two separate blocks, and both the code blocks are indented with the four spaces. If you can check there, they are indented with the four spaces. Now check with the next statement, that is your the print statement, last one. That is the print task complete. Statement is not indented four white spaces, but it is out of the as it is out of the if else block, so it has not been indented. So if the indentation is not used properly, then it will result in the indentation error. So when you get the indentation error, you should get to know that you have not properly indented. So that was about your Python comments, multi-line, single line, and doc strings and Python indentation. I hope the things are clear for you. Okay. We shall see the further concepts in my next video. Okay. Just give me an example. We have discussed it.